All right, welcome back to the Oscar countdown. I decided not to do one like I did for Three Billboards, just because it, it you know it was a loop of the trailer and stuff, and it's just eh, it's a lot difficult to make. And I'm kind of lazy when it comes to making reviews because I just want to focus more on getting my thoughts out there than making a whole video and stuff. Um, so I think I'll do that occasionally for certain kinds of videos. But anyways, we're gonna talk about The Post. So this is the newest Steven Spielberg movie, um, until Ready Player One comes out soon. Um, and it stars Tom Hanks and um, Meryl Streep, and it was a really good movie, honestly. Before I went into this movie, I was a little nervous. I'm like, I mean, it's Spielberg and stuff, and it's probably gonna be good, but I was afraid it could be like Lincoln, you know, which I mean, Lincoln's a good movie. Um, you know, I have a review for that, but honestly, it's not a very fun movie to watch. It's kind of boring. It's kind of hard to get through. Um, but this movie was not like that. Uh, the first, the first half of the movie, um, was almost that way. It was just I was a little confused. I'm like, I didn't know exactly what was happening, um, and it wasn't boring or anything. Uh, it didn't have much focus. It was kind of all over the place a little bit. And like the first 10 minutes were actually maybe not 10, like the first the opening scene and first two scenes, um, were really interesting, and then after that, kind of it's like, whoa, what are we doing here? But then the second half of the movie, it really picks up and it gets really interesting and actually really enjoyable. And the second half of this movie was really great. So basically, the movie it's about the Washington Post and how they were, and also the New York Times, how they were revealing to the people some of these things that the government was keeping secret about the Vietnam War and stuff. And this all happened, uh, but it was a really interesting story. Um, you know, I think it should have been could have been nominated for a screenplay, uh, but it wasn't. But it is very fascinating. This all the stuff um, going on, and the thing about this movie that I thought was really great was it is a lot of people sitting and talking, you know, throughout the movie. But Steven Spielberg is able to make it exciting and intense at times, when it's just people, sitting and talking. And so, he could have been nominated for Best Director, but at this point, it's like he's Steven Spielberg. Does he really need a nomination? Everyone already knows. So, um, but yeah, no, the cinematography in the movie I really enjoyed because they made the scenes of just people sitting there talking very good looking, um, you know, very appealing to the eye. There was a few scenes though where they'd go into this handheld and it was really shaky and it was distracting. Everything kind of looked a little blurry. That's how like the first scene of the movie is, and then there's a few more here and there. Didn't like that, but other than that, the cinematography was pretty good. Um, Now it's not like, oh, super beautiful. Look at that amazing shot and all that, but it. How was I gonna? I had this in my head how I was gonna say it, but it keeps the story interesting, I guess, and it makes it feel real. Everything here feels like real. Um, it feels like it's from the '70s. Um, nothing comes off fake at all. So, You know, so the one Oscar is only nominated for Best Picture and Best Actress, which is I think is really weird. Because usually movies don't get nominated for just like one other thing than Best Picture. It's like they're basically saying Meryl Streep's performance is so good that it makes the movie the a Best Picture contender. Um, which her performance was fine. It was good and all. Um, I don't think she's gonna win. Uh, I mean, it was nothing amazing. It was Meryl Streep being Meryl Streep. You know, she's good. Probably one of the better Probably, most people say she's best actress there is. So it's like okay, but no, Tom Hanks was really good in the movie. I mean, he's Tom Hanks. He's always good. Kind of like Meryl Streep. They're always good, so can't go wrong with them. And I felt like everyone else gave pretty good performances um, throughout the movie too. Now, for most of the characters, though, I feel like each character is like developed enough that you care about them, but there isn't any character that they really go into depth about and they really explore the one character and you really care about that character. And it's just kind of, you know everybody, but you don't know everybody, um, kind of thing. But yeah, so yeah, well done movie. Entertaining. The second half entertaining. Um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna win Best Picture, just because obviously the um, the Academy didn't bother to nominate it for anything else. So if it's not nominated for anything else, how's it gonna win Best Picture? Um, but I'd vote for it. I mean, I haven't seen all the rest of them, but from the ones I have seen, probably Three Billboards is probably the favorite, and then Dunkirk, and then if it came down to this and Get Out, I don't see Get Out winning at all. But I think it has a better shot than this. I think I like them. They're two completely different movies, so it's hard to compare them. But I think I like Get Out just slightly more than this one because it's consistently good throughout the movie. Um, so right now this is probably at the bottom of the list, but a really good movie, and I wouldn't recommend it to everyone, but I think some people will enjoy it. So that's all I gotta say about that.